G'day. Nathan and Brett here from SEQH.
Morning.
So today what we'd like to do is talk about servicing the Western Downs and the comparison between using the road network and using rail.
Yes.
So Brett, kick it off. What are your thoughts?
Rail, generally speaking, is lower cost, higher risk,
Yep.
broadly speaking. Road, generally speaking, is higher cost, more flexible. Those two things don't change in southeast Queensland. They still hold here. Rail has its issues. There's no real rail service at the moment. There is a proposed rail service, but the hurdles the rail has is the flexibility, the volume, consistency of volume, which it requires to make the investment decision, the volatility of the commodity being transported. And that's why, like coal and those sorts of big commodities are good, because they're consistent, and that's what drives lower cost outcomes through rail. That's not the situation we have with the agricultural situation in Western Queensland. So, and that's why road, I suppose, has flourished. Over the last 10 or so years.
And I guess if we compare it to the likes of our southern neighbours, our southern ports,
Yes.
you've got a very congested metropolitan area,
Yes.
so a congested road network.
Yes.
And that's where the rail is complementing to go into the terminal.
And bypass all that congestion. Whereas Queensland, in Brisbane, we have a reasonably good road network.
Yeah.
And good access to port.
Yeah.
On the road. So, and probably in a lot of respects, it's the reverse in rail, where there's that congested metro network.
Yeah.
For the rail to actually get through.
Yes.
And make time slots and time zones. So it's a little bit on its head here in Brisbane, but and that's the void in which, I suppose, which SEQH has flourished, where there's been an opportunity to provide a good and flexible service to our Western customers.
Yep. And so we're doing that by way of, we have our Hammond facility, we have our Toowoomba facility, and we've got our broken fleets. Essentially, we've separated those so we can maximise those driver hours. And service our customers.
And increase the utilisation of our fleet too, that's right, Nathan. So effectively two hubs stand between our Western customers and the port. And there's dedicated trucks on the port leg, dedicated trucks on the A-doubles on the Brisbane to Toowoomba leg.
Yep.
And then also road train and other style combinations which run out to our customers in Western, southwestern Queensland.
Yep.
From our Toowoomba depot.
And we're talking before about if something goes wrong, or if there's a last minute, I need this, you're talking about one or two containers, which is one truck.
Yes.
Versus if that happens with rail, then you're dealing with the entire rail network.
Yeah, and the entire train. So if you miss a cut-off, a train is delayed, there's a derailment, whatever it might be.
Yeah.
The numbers are bigger, so the mistakes are bigger. So if we have a truck that breaks down and misses a cut-off, that's probably two containers. You have a train, 50 to 100.
And your comparison before was using bulk vessels. The same thing
risks.
Applies.
The same advantages, but the same risks.
Yep.
Happen as well with a train. So, and at the moment we do have there is a shortage of equipment, container equipment. So that makes the rail exercise more difficult to get off the ground, because you've got to be so much further in front of it with rail because of the bigger numbers and the time frames involved. With road, you can effectively approach the cut-off and do stuff progressively because you've got smaller pieces in the puzzle.
Yeah. And so we're talking today about what suits and what we feel is how we've used our fleet to service our Western customers and so forth. But that's not to say that rail won't improve in the future.
No, that's right. Or can't flourish.
And can't flourish. And as you said before, it really comes down to the volumes and having the consistency.
Developing that base load, that consistent base load, which rail requires to defray those costs and to make that investment decision. So, and it's going to be it is quite a low bar because of the efficiency of road.
Yeah. We just finished the Toowoomba bypass
and new improvements in road infrastructure. The efficiency of A-doubles now, and it does make it a very low bar. Probably less so in other southern capitals, but it's quite low here in Brisbane for the reasons that we just outlined.
We're in a very unique situation where I think Gary from the QTA saying that you can run from the port out west without hitting a single set of lights.
That's correct.
Which is pretty magic.
That is. That's right, and that speaks to the efficiency of the road option. for Western exporters.
Yeah. All right. Well, any further questions, reach out. That's enough for now.
Thanks.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.